Hello, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you're listening to VCR. And today we have a very special guest, a longtime friend of mine who we went to university together, we did theater together,
Wow.
and now he is the star, the credit star, the headliner of the movie Fight Boy, which can be seen on Tubi for free. I like to add for free because,
Yeah.
inflation's bad out there, man. It's bad. But everyone give it up for Mr. Evan Glover. How you doing, sir?
Good. Been super busy. Been super busy, but feeling good. Feeling good.
Awesome, awesome. So let's jump into it. So you are the main actor in the movie Fight Boy. And so I had to look it up because I was trying to figure out what is his character's name, and I realized his character's name is just Boy, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize that the character's name is Boy, and I was like, oh, okay. But a brilliant, wonderful, delightful movie, man. I mean, kudos to you on that, and kudos to our friend Christian Briones who directed it and wrote it. Tell me, how did Fight Boy come to be for you?
So Christian, well, first of all, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
We love having you.
Yeah. Christian did an open casting call for it, and he just took out the monologue of the homeless guy, the one that goes, "Just imagine what I'll do for $2." So
My
that
favorite.
it was a line something that scene. So I just found a homeless guy, and then Christian called me. He said, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing this film. I know I had wrote a role for Javier, but let me know when you submit it." So I did the tape. I did that scene. It's on my Instagram. I have to show you guys. And then 2 months ago down the line, I was at the gym, and I'm thinking, like, oh, they probably start filming. Excuse me. I'm like, oh, they probably started filming. I haven't heard from them. It's been 2 months. Like, this is 2 months, and I forgot all about it. And I get a text. I was at the gym with this girl I was talking to at the time. I get a text, and Christian goes, "Can you please answer your phone?" And I'm like, "Okay, hey, what's up, big bro? What's going on?" He said, "Well, look, we decided to turn a different direction with this film, so we're going to give you the role." So I'm thinking, like, oh, man, I got the homeless guy, man. I probably got like 2 or 3 lines. Yo, that's okay. I get to tell people I got a new movie because I've been telling people about Birds and Chilies and Chains for almost 7 years, like, and Old Man Jackson. I'm like, yeah, I did this movie that won awards in Brazil, but I was just excited. So I asked him, I said, "Hey, man, do you need me to grow my facial hair out for the role, for the homeless guy?" He said, "Oh, no, you're not the homeless guy. You're the lead." I go, "Wait, what?" He go, "Yeah, no, yeah, you're the lead." I said, "Oh." He's like, "Listen, don't work out for the next couple of weeks." So, because he wanted me to, like, put on a little bit, like, put on some, not, I wouldn't say put on weight, but he wanted me looking more bulky
He didn't
in
want you
it.
to be so fit looking, right?
Yeah. So I ate a lot of carbs. I ate a lot of carbs and sugar and stuff to put on for that. I mean, you see it, I have like a little stomach on me. So I put on at least about 7 pounds the day since that day, when I got the call of the role, when I got the role until we did the film, I was eating a lot of carbs and pasta and stuff. Because I knew that I'll feel a little tired on set because the character was always fighting. So yeah, and that's what happened. And then we had the premiere in Houston Match Theater, and my mom and dad. I saw my face on the poster. And I was like, oh, "That's me. That's."
Nice.
And my dad was looking too. I was like, "Man, that's crazy. That's man. I'm an actor."
That
You got a picture in front like that?
Yeah. Did I? Yeah,
So
yeah. I
other
did.
than
Yeah,
eating,
yeah, I
other
did.
than loading up on carbs, what else did you do to prep for this role?
I listen to a lot of music, rap music. I'm very goofy in real life, so I watched a lot of old hardcore classic gangster films. Like, just I watch a lot of films, indie films, just films in general. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but the thing was, it put a toll on me playing him because he's so serious. And I have to mentally keep myself in that state of mind. And then honestly listen to a lot of rap, like street gangster rap music. It really helped out. And then I've been watching, I was watching Fast and Furious. When I was watching Fast, I like how Vin Diesel character, Dom, how he does that walk. how he walks to the car.
Mhm.
So I kind of like took on that type of
Mhm.
style when we walking into the parking lot of the parking lot to fight Officer Brian.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's his name. The cop.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
So
it. Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about what it was like to film this movie, especially here in Houston, because Houston is kind of iconic, but I don't feel like we really get like the credit that we should for film industry.
Yeah.
So, what was it like to be able to film this here in your hometown?
It felt man, it it felt like a responsibility because there are a lot of films shot in Houston, but
Mm.
seeing it on this quality and this caliber and seeing who's behind it, it felt like it's like I was given a morpher to lead the Power Rangers. Like I felt like I was given the morpher as the Red Ranger, and I got to fight and save the world. Like it felt like a responsibility. It
Mhm.
felt like a huge responsibility, and it's so crazy because you're waking up on set every day and you're just processing. I've been waiting. I waited 10 years to work with Christian and his brother. Like I waited 10 years. I mean, I was still grinding,
Wow.
but man, 10 years. I mean, because he has something in mind 7 years ago, but this film just it actually opened up doors for me, and then I gained more respect within the Houston film community
Mhm.
in a sense. And it even to this day, the film mixers and other films, people still talk about Five Boy. So I felt honored. It was humbling. It was wild. I mean, at the premiere, there were, I had family, friends, other supporters, but there was so many creative individuals just showing up. Like it felt like Avengers Endgame. Like it felt like I was Captain America and I told everybody to assemble. Like it felt like a Marvel universe because it was just because there were just all of these. It was like the portal they opened up and it was just people and people and people. Yeah, and it was like wow, full out seats. I think over 300 seats, 350 seats
Wow.
for the screening. Dude, it was crazy. So it was wild, but it felt good. It felt good to represent the city though,
Mhm.
and when you drive places like you're driving downtown or something, sometimes driving areas, I'll see what we shot at, and it's like, man, this is crazy. You shot a movie here.
So what was your favorite scene?
I like the. I mean, I guess the movie's out, right? I like the church scene, being able to pick up my buddy and slide him across that was so cool because you watch movies and you see yourself at those characters fighting those guys, and I finally got to like in Virgin Cheerleaders, I died from a bear trap, right? And I love the Saw movies. So doing something like this was like a lot of testosterone. Me and Mario was just like, it was like, come on, bro, we got this, and the fact that I sprained my ankle after I twisted my ankle when I had dragged him off the table. Dude, it sucked, but it was okay. I was able to still work through it. But it just the fact that Orlando said, guys, this is a one-shot take. So he told the whole crew that they were setting up everything, right? And he told us that. So me and Mario was like, listen, let's just go ham. It's a one-shot. So Orlando, all I heard was background in 3, 2, 1. And that's a scene where you see a flashlight and I forgot Trisha's character's name, eating the pie.
Mhm.
And all you hear is a boom, but it actually sounds louder at the church when we actually came in. Like it was like loud of testosterone. So I did this thing where I grabbed them and I slide them in, but it was just the shot. So Orlando showed us the clip of slow motion. Oh, dude, all you hear is, oh, dude. I was like, man, this is cool. Like that was my favorite. That was my favorite scene. Yeah,
That
favorite
is
action scene.
so
I think
awesome.
that was my favorite scene too. I like that church scene.
It was so fun, but it's always cool. And I would say the second one would be the bar. It's always cool when you have the whole cast in one room.
Mhm.
That hits differently because it's like you just see every actor coming in from all sorts of life, just coming into the set, and that's always fun to have them all do that. I love when they do that because you just see different people prepping up and getting ready, and I'm over here happy. I was like, oh yeah, man, look, it's crazy. They're looking around. So
So I have to
Yeah,
ask, what nightclub was that for that fight scene? Which nightclub was that? Because I was like, where is this nightclub? I was like,
forgot where it was
is
at,
this a
but it's definitely
nightclub or a
yeah, it's a
gentleman's
nightclub.
club?
No, it was a night. I think it's a Gentleman's Club. No. It's no, it's a night. I never been to Gentleman's Club. I'm assuming that they have stripper poles in a
Oh yeah.
Gentleman's Club.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So this was a nightclub. Um, and what they did was it was in downtown Houston, so it was connected to a sushi restaurant.
Hmm.
Um, so they because it opens up at night, we film throughout the day. So they were able to, I guess rent out that location for the day.
Nice.
But I can't remember. It was fun. And then and even like the people thought the girls were actually battle women and stuff. Like, no, they're all actors and stuff and actresses.
Very
People thought,
cool.
like, did they
I
work there? I'm like, nah, they just castmates. They actors. They audition. Like,
So just to kind of give the audience an idea of what the plot is about. I'm just going to narrate it really quickly because we're talking about it, and then I realized, oh, we haven't exactly mentioned what this is about. So, Fight Boy is the story of Mr. Evans' character here,
yeah.
who his name is Boy, and Boy has kind of gone through some difficulties in life. And one of the things is like his old school bullies have kind of
Mhm.
re-entered his life due to a high school reunion. And so they've agreed to all fight each other
Yeah.
to kind of like not so much correct the past, but like to kind of get some issues resolved. So it was really interesting. So they all basically schedule fights with each other
Yeah.
to kind of get it all out of their system. But it was an absolutely fascinating thing. Your comic relief, your sidekick there was really
Javier.
yes, he
He's
was he
funny.
was very
Yeah.
funny.
I hung out with him yesterday. Yeah.
He was really good in there. You got to tell him that we said hi because he did a good job being the comic relief and everything. And then
He did.
the surprise at the end where he's not just your best friend, he's really your brother-in-law type of situation
Yeah.
was really a nice touch. I fell in love with the Volkswagen van that y'all found. I don't know how y'all found that, but I absolutely love it.
Man,
Yeah.
that shoot was fun because like I always tell me Javier, like we always pray before we shot, so to shots a scene. So I tell Javier, I'd be like, yo, this is like a thank you Jesus moment, bro, because we're working together. And fun fact, Javi and I were supposed to do skits together. We met through Instagram to do skits together. And then
Mhm.
I walk into the he actually told Javier I think a month before that I got the role, but Javier couldn't tell me.
No.
So Javier was like, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, he's because Christian was writing the script,
Mhm.
and I think they had one or two leads prior to me,
Mhm.
and they found somebody originally, and Javier told me the other day, Christian was like, bro, I'm gonna give this role to Evan. So I just thought it was funny. And then Javi and I was talking about this too, like I said, through Instagram, we were talking about this skits and him doing a film. Um, but that Volkswagen scene, I was off topic. I don't know why I brought that up, but that Volkswagen scene was fun because we shot all of our scenes there,
Mhm.
5 different scenes shot in 5 hours. So we was there. So it was a lot of
Wow.
we shot some scenes that past, present, future, past and present over there. So it was a lot of different emotions that you had to apply throughout each of the scenes. And even when we was out there with the park and because Javier,
Mhm.
when his dream sequence when he's playing the guitar
Yeah.
for the girl,
Yeah.
all that was shot the same day when we was over there. So we was all just waiting for our scenes and stuff. So it was really cool to see uh um the other actresses and see Javi just I don't know the way they deliver because every scene that we shot had a different approach to it. So that was fun. Yeah, that was so fun. I don't know how they got that Volkswagen to this day, but
Yeah, I want to find that out. But let's talk a little bit about you for a minute. So tell us about your acting background. I know a little bit about it because me and you went to university together, and so
yeah,
I
yeah.
got to see you perform on stage. And but let's tell the audience a little bit about your background there.
Yeah, I was 8 years old and I watched the trailer of Rush Hour 2. I remember I was getting ready for school and I see Chris and Jackie coming out this window. And I said, oh my gosh, I want to be an actor someday. So I decided I did church plays here and there through high school. And at the church I was going to, I still go to. And then college at 19, right after I did the 48-hour film projects, and did the one I played, the one you saw, Tainted Love and The Wedding Story, I had got referred to an agency out in Austin. And how that worked was working at Walmart at the time. It was my day off with my dad. And my dad said, son, I gotta get this haircut. I'm like, no, Dad. I'm 19, right? I'm like, no, Dad, I just got paid. I want to go home. I don't want to go nowhere. And we ended up going to the barber shop, and as an actor, getting his haircut from LA, who happened to be on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And the barber cutting my dad's hair asked the actors getting his haircut, yo, Steve, man, how's LA? He's like, oh, I'm on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I got some other NBC. He was also on Constantine on NBC. He was the ambulance driver. Yeah, he was the ambulance driver. He died in the first episode, but it was pretty cool. And my dad was like, oh, my son's an actor. So he approached me and we talked, and he was like, call this agency. And of course, I ended up doing the Tainted Love Wedding Story in November because I have to go audition for the agency in December. So I drove out to Austin with the family. They told me no 4 times, the agency, but I didn't give up. So I walked into that room, the little bar that was auditioning. I said, hey, can I try one more time? It's like a Pokemon battle. Like I had my Pokeball. I was like, you know what? We're going to get this gym badge. So I walked in and they signed me on, and that really changed my life. Because since then, I'm still doing short films here and there, plays. But I ended up booking my first SAG commercial at 20. I did 3 commercials that year. AT&T, HP, Arts and Labor, and then it's crazy. Like I've done from this 10-year time span, it's been 10 commercials, 3 movies, and 6 short films, but the 2 that's been like award winning. So yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
That's been crazy.
So which 2 have been award winning for you?
It was a short film called well, 2 films, quote unquote. It was To Be Like You. We shot that in Maryland. The director used to live here, and we connected through Instagram. And I learned this in the business. I always say, hey, I'm Evan. This is what I've done recently. Check out my stuff. So I sent her my website and stuff, and she had a script, and she flew me out to Maryland for a week. And she flew different actors from all over the state. It was me and 3 or 4 other actors she flew in. And it's called To Be Like You. So we won about 8 awards, and we have like 20 film selections. And she's working on that script to make it a feature film. So most likely I'll be in Maryland again filming that feature. Not
nice.
Yeah, I don't know when, but that's how the business is. But it did so well. 'Cause a lot of her stuff gets submitted to festivals. So that film caught a lot of people's attention, surprisingly. And then Virgin Chillers and Chains won about 10 awards for best horror film, best horror indie film, horror comedy. So that was, and they had like a Brazilian. They had it was a Brazilian premiere, and it was cool though. That's not like a Spanish one they had too. Not Brazil, but like I think Barbados City, Mexico. What it's called.
Oh, okay, very cool. But
it was like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Evan Glover, Virgin Chillers. I was like, man, are we international? And my agent was like, yeah, like this is international. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Wow.
And it's all been, you've come a long way since that tiny, box stage that we had at the OK Theater, because you've gone from that to much bigger, better things. One of my more fonder memories of you is being there at the UHD Theater, and watching you on stage and doing the shorts, and I was like, this hysterical this guy.
But it keeps you grounded too. I tell people all the time, it despite like trying to say like the most humble way. I won't come off cocky, but despite the opportunities I had or the finances I was able to experience or the places, it's no different in me than how it was back when I was on the stage. I still feel that joy doing that, because it made me look back. And I mean, to this day, I still get nostalgic when I drive downtown, or I feel nostalgic when I drive downtown, or just sometimes I look at old photos at UHD. I mean, that time, I teach acting classes at acting school. And sometimes I tell people that time was such a, everybody was so hungry for what was out there. I remember, you're going to Frank's Pizza downtown Houston. You're reading the one that played that Dr. Little told you to look over. You have David Raney and Wayne Dehart coming in to teach classes and stuff. Or you outside downtown at 6:00 eating chips and pizza, reading a one act play because directors were taking a director's class. And that time was just so special.
It really was. It really was. It was a very unique group of actors at that time, and I'll always remember, like, one of the best things that Doc would always say is, emphasizing the illusion of the first time, because no matter how many times we did it, it's someone watching. It's their first time, and they have to believe it was real and magical, like he would put it. So those are kind of the fun things that I remember from those moments. Yeah.
I would say that, like I told you before, when the story how I was playing the piano when you came out with your beard, and you did say, "Sir, we are working," and you just walked off with like this evil scientist look with your glasses, and you walked back in to perform. Oh, man, never again.
I can picture it
disturbed the theater. Oh yeah, he was so passionate. But yeah, I'm just thankful that, like I said, Christian always talked about making sure you stay productive, and it still amazes with me, because all I do is pray. I just ask the Lord for favor and opportunity. Like, I'm no better than any other actor. I love doing this, and I always figure that, because I didn't know what was next after UHD, because I didn't graduate because I started working. But when we did the first 48 in 2013, it's kind of like, where do I go next? So when I did my first feature at 22, and of course I did the Old Man Jackson one that hit Amazon Prime and stuff with Kathy Graver from Family Affair. Those opportunities, man, you just kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And Fight Boy, I felt like I gained more respect, like I said earlier, that doing that film, and more people just, I don't know, it's like more people are watching you as you progress, but you don't really realize it, And I just want to make sure I have the right creative people know that I'm still working and stuff. But I never expected, like 10 years ago, I would never expect that none of this to be happening. Or seeing myself on TV with the O'Reilly commercial, and that's being played again, and people are like, "Hey man, I've been watching you." So it's like, what?
And people will recognize. I remember the first commercial I did was one for, and it was one for a senator. It wasn't even like a major thing. And then
you still did one though.
Yeah, I did one. I was in the background, and people were like, "Oh my God, you were in that commercial." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "It was the only commercial I ever did."
Did you have your beard at the time or no?
No, I think I had a beard, but back then it was black. And the thing is, I was just kind of, it got pulled into it last minute. This wasn't anything I auditioned for. They were filming and they did not have actors, so someone ran upstairs and got me. And I was like, but the commercials were great, but
yeah,
very, very proud of you and very happy for you. We only got a couple of minutes left. So with that, I'm going to say, can you please, if people want to follow you, want to get more involved and watch your career grow even more, how can they do that? Or if they want to hire you.
Instagram, Evan U7, Lover. And then YouTube is Evan U7. Like, I engage and stuff. But I'll tell you a quick story. My friends from Fight Boy had their own film premiere called Best of Trades. It's a movie that they shot. And when I went there to see everybody, they were like, "Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm so shocked you came." But if you like follow me, if I say if I was kicking with you guys, right? And I say y'all didn't hear from me or something, I'm most likely playing Pokemon or playing Dragon Ball or watching anime. So when people go, "Where you been? Where you been?" I'm like, "I'm in KD. I've just been watching anime." And listening to anime music while I work out. Why? Oh, I thought you was in Austin. And, but he's like, I see all your posts. I'm like, nah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like,
Just watching movies. That's all.
Oh yeah, some people go up to my dad like at random times. Hey man, I saw your son. Are you Evan's dad? My dad put gas. Yeah, I'm his son. Oh, okay. Wanted to say hi. All right. God bless you. Yeah.
Well, I've seen you and your dad look identical. Practically. I've seen photos.
I'm actually adopted too. I'm adopted, believe it or not.
You're lying.
Nope, 3 days old.
I swear to God, you two look identical. It is.
I have my mom's forehead and my dad's face. So.
Wow.
My mama prayed. She was like, I want you to like the family. I was like, yeah. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the absolutely wonderful Mr. Evan Glover. As always, I am Vara.
And I'm Roxy.
And you've been listening to VCR.
Bye.
Bye. You have been listening to VCR, creative content by Richard Christopher Vara and Roxy Perez. Logo by Richard Christopher Vara with assistance from Annie Ramirez. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us at thevcrshow@gmail.com or our social medias at Instagram and Twitter at The VCR Show. And you can also check out our content at thevcrshow.com. The show's song is Addict by Nefex, instrumental, and you can find them on YouTube Music Library. Need some sweet treats for your next big event, or maybe you just have a sweet tooth? Check out Skippity Cakes. That's Skippity Cakes, SKIPPITYCAKES.com. Check them out for all of your sweet treat needs, things such as cakes, cupcakes, and cake pops. Also, check them out for their varieties of face masks, t-shirts, and coffee mugs. Say hi to our friend Rosie for us.